All right. Can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay, there you go. Congratulations on the win, and we'll start with Mike Toper.
Hey, Elissa, congrats on the win. You didn't have to pass out of a double team, so that's good. I wanted to ask you, you got the ball several times today, so low that there's really nothing they could do. You just had a lot of easy lay-ins. How were you able to get so free?
Liz got a quick foul in the first quarter, which really affected her defense. She couldn't play as physically. Just as I did as well, really early in that first quarter. So we knew that we could attack the bigs. They don't have much depth, like we're fortunate to have. So we were able to just go in and attack her, and they didn't want to get fouls. So we were able to make easy layups.
Jonas.
Yeah, I want to ask. You were pretty aggressive from the start and close it out in the fourth quarter. How much of your performance was a combination of not having played in the previous two Virginia Tech games and always coming back home when you're home and playing in front of family and friends there in the Greensboro area?
Yeah, there was definitely a lot to play for today. I had some time to make up after not playing Virginia Tech the first two times this season, and we're on a bigger stage now. It's tournament time. One loss and you're out, so we really have all notches turned up, offensive and defense. We're coming out here because we got business to do.
Andrew.
Elissa, did you feel like you guys were even more comfortable and confident going into your tournament opener this year than last year, knowing the success that you had last year?
A little bit. It helps that we have played on this stage before and know what to expect with the fans that are here and just the adrenaline. But every single tournament is different. Every single game is different. So we really just had to step out here. Coach Moore said, like, the team that plays first always has a little bit of an advantage. So now that we got this game under our belt, we're going to be ready to go tomorrow.
James.
How comfortable are you with an opponent after playing times earlier? Obviously you didn't play, but just having two scouting reports on them, how much better did you guys feel about this game coming in?
It was definitely tough. Playing any game twice is hard, especially in the ACC. So coming out here for the third time, we had a lot of scout to watch, which is a benefit. And obviously didn't have me last time we played, so things were going to be different. But we were able to know what their guards were going to do. And we know what they're going to do, so we really just had to execute, scout, and play defense.
Rob McClam.
Yes, I was just wondering your thoughts on the matchup you've had against Kitley over the years, and then the matchup between NC State and Virginia Tech since you've been there. They've really been a lot of good games, and the Hokies have played you guys competitively.
Yeah, I always love playing against Liz because she's my friend, and also just she's a great post player. So playing against her, I learn a lot about myself, and I feel like my game grows, and it's just cool to play against like somebody from my hometown and added on that she's one of my good friends. And I think that us being friends and Kayla too, it's really turned NC State Virginia Tech into a rivalry. There's a lot of just like friendship on both sides. When you step on the court, it's about to go down.
Keith, do you have a question?
Yes. Just want to know, can you elaborate on that a little bit? How long have you been friends with them, and what was it like playing against them again in this scenario instead of in high school?
I was friends with Liz since like maybe my sophomore or junior year of high school. She joined my AAU team, and it was really just Kayla was already on my AAU team. So we played together for the 3-4 years that I was in high school, played against each other in high school. She was at Northwest, I was at Northern. So we've had our fair share of matchups, not only against each other, but also playing on the same team. And we've also like shot a bunch of times together, worked out. So we've really just kind of like, our games are very similar because we kind of grew up playing together in high school. And it's definitely just a battle every time we step on the court. It's tough because you want them to do good. Like I want my friends to do good. But when we're on the court, you got to put all that aside.
Chris Lee.
Hey, Elissa, I wanted to know if you've ever gotten schooled by Ralph Kitley and if you've taken any of his moves and used it against Elizabeth in any games.
Ralph has definitely schooled me a couple times. He's big man, so he just puts the ball over his head and lays it in. I'm not quite able to do that yet. I need to grow a couple more inches. But yeah, he's schooled me a couple times. I'll admit to that.
Thank you.
Justin.
Elissa, Camille came in about midway through the first quarter and played a really valuable 8 minutes there in the first half when you picked up an early foul. Just knowing the way she's been able to come off the bench and contribute valuable minutes, does that help you play a little bit more free and maybe a little bit more aggressive when you're on the court, not so worried about foul trouble?
I always still worry about foul trouble because I know my team needs me, even though we do have Camille, and she did. She came in, she played some great minutes. She did awesome against Virginia Tech the 2 times we played them before. But I think all around, knowing that our team has depth allows us to like run the floor harder because we know we can have a sub if we get tired, and definitely play more aggressively, not to foul, but just aggressively and use more energy to leave it all out there on the court.
Thank you.
Aaron Beard.
Hey, Elissa, since you're talking about depth a little bit, how valuable was what Jada did for you guys when especially Kayla and Takia were a little bit off offensively and maybe dealing with a little bit of foul issues? She really gave you guys some toughness and a lift inside.
Yeah, I mean, JB shows us why she was the 6th player of the year. She's able to step out in the court and make a difference as soon as she gets out there, and she's so explosive. When the guards were struggling a little bit, she was able to step in there, defense, and just attack, and they couldn't guard her inside. Like, she's unstoppable.
All right, Elissa, thank you very much. Have a good night, and hopefully we'll